Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talk. I hope everybody is having a great day. Got a great video planned out for you guys today. Today, I want to talk a little bit about a couple of comments that I had recently seen. I also want to talk a little bit about the tariffs, and I want to talk a little bit about another reason that silver is inevitably going to go a whole lot higher. I think people can't even fathom where silver is going. It's really severely underrated. And I think we're going to see it really break out pretty soon. I wouldn't expect to see a major breakout until next month, maybe the first or second week of next month. I expect we'll see it pretty much the first week of next month, though. And I want to talk a little bit about a few different comments that we heard recently in the videos that people had left comments. And, kind of, I won't say doubt, but maybe a little bit of regret. And so we'll see how that goes. And I also want to take a few minutes to talk about our membership event, which is coming this weekend. So I don't want anybody to miss. I got a really cool prize picked out, but I am giving whoever wins options. For anybody that don't know what the membership is, the deal with the memberships, to become a member, it is only $1.99. And you can click that join button below. And every month we do some sort of a special event where you have a shot at winning a really cool prize. And this month, I've got 3 different options that I'm going to be giving out for the winner. The first option is one of these. This is the Australian Funnel Web Spider certified. A really cool coin. We showed this previously when I did a big package opening. I actually made a deal and I got a bunch more of them, and so I thought that would be pretty cool. I know GETX was super happy. He got one last month and he loved it, and so I said, you know what, I'm gonna give that as an option this month. Also, a second option that we have is a Superman coin. So this is super cool. Superman. It is a Superman coin. It does have the queen on there. A really cool coin. Some people have seen them. It's pretty neat if you've got kids or you're a fan of the comics or any of that type of stuff. It's kind of a neat coin, and it is silver, so it's pretty cool there. And the last option is 2 half-ounce Houston, Texas, Twin City. This, I believe, is a Perth Mint coin. Twin City, I guess they call it Twin City half round, silver halves. So pretty cool. It does have the queen on the back too. If you like, that fractional, that half ounce. Me personally, I think the Funnel Web Spider is the best option, but that's up to the winner. It is only $1.99 to become a member, and your comments go straight to my phone. And on top of that, you get entered into every special event that we do every month. We do at least one special event, and sometimes there's other events, and you get entered into them too. So please take a quick minute and consider that. On top of that, I want to do a special thank you for everybody that is a member of the channel. And it's going to be a short video today, though, I expect. Because there's a few things I want to talk about, and I just filmed a huge video of a huge unboxing showing everything that I just picked up in this previous purchase. So before I get going, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button, and hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. I can't thank you enough. We are trying to grow the channel. Check out all of our great videos. Now, jumping right in on silver, I know somebody out there is going to be like, dude, you just spent 3-4 minutes on that. I like to put it out there. One, it does really help the channel, so that's why I put it out there, because I don't do sponsorships. For the most part, yet. I mean, will I change my mind someday? Who knows? Real quick, though, jumping into silver now that I spent another minute on it. We got silver trading today at $33.70, and I received a few comments yesterday with people that were kind of on the fence of regretting that they didn't take advantage of this $33 flat when it was $33. Maybe you might have seen it at $32.50, even though this chart shows $32.80. If you were watching the candles, it actually went down to $32.50. And a lot of people, or at least a couple people, have mentioned that they feel like they might have missed that nice little buying opportunity, because a lot of people get caught up in the me looking for some sort of a little tap down, a little pullback, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people have different names for it. I call any time we see 50 cents or $1 drop, it's a little bit of a pullback. However, I'm not convinced that you necessarily missed it. If it went up 60, 70 cents in a day, we could see it come back down 60, 70 cents in a day. However, if we don't see it by Sunday night when the market's open, which I don't think we will, I think if we see it, we're going to see it during the weekday. One of these days, maybe in the middle of the night, because there is a huge silver squeeze purchase taking place on the 1st. Now, some people don't know what a silver squeeze is. If you don't know what that is, that's a huge group of people that organize together to basically buy large amounts of silver. They go out on social media pages like Reddit, and they tell everybody, buy silver on this day, and they try to push the price higher. Now, me personally, I'm not a big fan of that. And the reason I'm not a big fan of organized purchases like that is because, yes, it does generally push the price higher. The problem is you're buying at a higher price. I like to buy before those events or after those events, because sometimes the price comes right back down. You know, they can put as many shorts out there as they want to drive the price back down. Eventually, though, people are going to want to take delivery. A lot of people have been taking profits on their silver contracts, and that's clearing out some stuff. And a lot of them are taking the profits, because I talk to people that they're like, what? Silver's at $34 now? Oh, my word. I need to look into that, maybe sell some of mine. And you hear that more and more. But here's the thing. Where I believe silver is going, I think a lot of those people that sell their positions, any major positions, are going to probably regret it. And we're going to talk about why here in just a minute. Taking a quick look, though, at gold. Again, gold is slowly starting to inch back up. However, we're still at $3,025. Not anything major, even though we were down to just under $3,000 the other day. I don't think that's anything to worry about. A $25 jump. I'm still hoping we could see a bit more of a pullback. Now, just because I'm waiting for a little bit of a pullback does not mean I'm not stacking silver. It means for me to go heavy in, I need to see a good pullback that I think is unsustainable. That means a quick drop that happens too fast. And when it happens too fast, it usually can't hold that position. Just like when silver goes up too much, too fast, it doesn't always hold that high position. It usually has a pullback. The same thing happens with these drops. If I can catch these drops, is it going to matter in the long run? No. But if I can catch them, I'm picking up 100 ounces. You guys just saw this package opening. Well, you didn't see the package opening, but you just seen what I just picked up here in the package opening that I just filmed. You know, if you're picking up like 100 ounces, then naturally, if you save $1 an ounce, I mean, that's $100. That's basically you being able to pick up almost 3 more ounces, maybe 2.5. Who knows? It depends how good of a negotiator you are, what you're willing to take. So for me, I do look for the dips. Now, if I didn't have any silver, I wouldn't try to catch the dip. I would think 33 was a beautiful time to buy. Almost any day this week has been good. Even at 33.60, still a decent price to buy, because when you look at like the last 5 days now, you know, we had a good run where we had a nice little dip right here. Now, a lot of people are thinking we seen the shorts. This is where a lot of them were getting out. A lot of the key people, they had a good run here. And now we're starting to make that climb higher, which you see like right here, this big dip, and then it started climbing again. Like I said in the previous video, at the end of last month, at the end of December, the end of the 4th financial quarter, we seen it come down a little bit and then start popping up. And some people felt the same way, like they missed that opportunity. And then on the last day, December 31st, we seen it come back down for one more hold where they had opportunity. And then all of a sudden, the first hit, and it started climbing. And I really think we're going to see something similar to that this month. Each quarter, we are seeing higher and higher prices. A lot of people don't notice it because they're not watching. You got a low here, you got a low here, you got a low here, a low here, a low here. You're seeing your lows higher and higher as they're climbing, and you're seeing your highs. You had a high here at 29.70. You had a high here at 32.40. You had a high here at 34.50. And now we're about ready to make the next high, which, like I said in yesterday's video and laid it out for you guys, $37 silver is less than 60 days away. I would not even be surprised to see it in 30 days. So if you didn't see that video, definitely check that out. $37 right around the corner for silver. I know I hear some people say, oh, that's, rumors, that's speculation and this and that. It's going to plunge back down just like it always does. Just because we've seen them able to manipulate stuff forever does not mean that it will not correct eventually and they'll take care of the problems. Obviously, when they can't deliver, then people start wondering, the real people, the rich people start wondering, if they can't deliver, how is my business going to be affected if I can't get silver? With all these new batteries now taking off, that we've known this for years, that silver is an amazing conductor of metal. It's an amazing, its thermodynamic properties. But think about it. If it's a great conductor of metal, it only makes sense that they would use it in batteries eventually. Now, granted, that does raise the price of batteries, but it also makes a lot of the old batteries obsolete. What would you rather have? A phone, let's say you're buying your phone, and a new battery in this phone might cost you an extra $50. Would you pay the extra $50 to have a quick charging battery that's going to charge almost instantly? Because I can tell you, on days where my phone is just beat up, that I'm using the heck out of it, I need my phone to work. I need my phone battery charged quick. And if I've got to put it down and give it up, that's time that I'm losing. And so I would pay extra, and I really wouldn't care what the price of silver is. And I think big money and the average person is going to think that way too. They're not going to care what the price of silver is. In fact, let's be honest, most of these people are just charging the items they're buying anyway. They don't care how much it costs. All they care about is the minimum payment. Now, I want to talk just for a few minutes about the tariffs. So a lot of people may or may not have heard of this. On April 2nd, something big is going to happen on April 2nd. There's a lot of stuff in the news right now with April 2nd. I don't know exactly how much of it is true, because there's so many people out there that are putting out stuff that does push silver and gold in crazy, like everything's correcting on April 2nd. We're going to see $1,000 silver. We're going to see $10,000 gold. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Is something major going to happen on the 2nd? Absolutely. I believe there will be something. But I don't necessarily think it's going to be that. But one thing I do want to talk a little bit about is the tariffs. A lot of the tariffs that were set to come in on the 2nd are now being scaled back already. They're pulling them back, and a lot of people say this makes it hard for people to plan. You don't know what the price is going to be. To me, this is a good thing, and I'll tell you why. Because he keeps spewing all these comments on tariffs, and in the meantime, companies are trying to pull as much stuff into the United States because they want to beat the tariffs, just like the gold, just like inventory. I mean, when I heard tariffs were coming in, I went out right off. I bought my new camera. I bought my new laptop. And it turned out that the tariffs didn't really go full force in. And then something happened and my camera order got canceled anyway. So that was kind of a downer. But I think this is all part of the design to flood product into the United States because of the inflation that's starting to ramp up again. The more product there is, the lower the price. I mean, think about it. If you have an orange field or an apple orchard, and let's say an apple orchard, and you have a bad year, and maybe a lot of your apples just don't take. Well, what do you think is going to happen to the price of apples? There's less apples. They're naturally going to cost more for the people that are willing to pay the more money to get them. If all of a sudden we have a crazy year and we just have more apples than ever before, what's going to happen? The price of apples are going to come down. And if the price of apples comes down, everybody gets to enjoy cheaper apples. How do you like them apples? No. And so as you look at what's going on with the tariff talks, and I say talks because he tends to talk a lot about tariffs that he's going to impose, and then he backs off. And some people realize how much of these is he really going to impose? You know, is this just all part of the ploy to keep product flowing into the United States while they're doing something more? We're seeing a lot of gold come into the United States. A lot of people are losing faith in the dollar. A lot of countries are backing away from U.S. treasuries. I would not be surprised if they are making some kind of a plan to hopefully offset the dollar. Because when you look recently, I'd heard something about what did he call it? It was a new token or a new crypto that came out. What was it? Something crypto. Donald Trump $1 crypto, US dollar crypto. What was it? Oh, USD1. That's it.
The stablecoin would be known as $1 United States dollar, the company wrote in a social media post, without revealing when it would go on sale. Stablecoins, a popular form of cryptocurrency, are designed to maintain a constant value of $1, making them useful for many types of crypto transactions.
Okay, so
no games, no gimmicks.
Okay, so this is something that just kind of has been talking about recently, about this USD1, another stable coin. Some people will say it could be the next digital dollar. The truth of the matter is I'm not a huge fan of crypto. And you know what? If I have a choice between a USD1 crypto dollar or a dollar bill in cash, I would just rather have the dollar bill in cash. I don't know why some people think that this is going to be the whole new dollar. It's a possibility because we ultimately know that we're going to eventually move into cryptocurrency as money. Is it going to be Bitcoin? Don't get confused for a quick minute. It's probably not going to be Bitcoin. Why? Because they don't control Bitcoin. People think they do, but I mean, they don't. But they could make a crypto and implement that as the new dollar. Now, we have choices. We don't have to use it at first. I mean, it might be difficult down the road as more and more companies adapt it. And I mean, I remember when Apple Pay came out, one of my friends tried getting me to do it, but I didn't have an Apple phone. It was basically every time he used it, he got like $2 back off his purchase instantly. And I was like, are you kidding me? Everything you buy? What happens if you buy an item for $2? And he said, I don't know. I haven't tried that. And I said, I'd be curious. I would load up on $2 items, especially if I'm going to get my $2 back right off. I don't know if it was a percentage or if it was $2 or how it all worked out, but they were trying to get people to go into that. And a lot of people now are just, they don't understand what's going on. And so they would flood into it because they don't understand it. And to them, you can just put some stuff on the news and they're going to be convinced that, oh, things are going to get better under this. And it does worry me a little bit because I kind of wonder sometimes if Trump wasn't brought in, because I'm convinced that all the elections are rigged. I hate to say that. I know some people may disagree with that, and it gets out there a little bit if you don't agree with that. But, I mean, I kind of wonder if Trump wasn't brought in this time to institute and roll out a new crypto. Because let's be honest, a lot of people, I probably shouldn't be getting into politics. I know a lot of people don't like politics. I just think they're going to launch something new sooner or later. And I know a lot of people ask me, do you think we'll go to gold and silver as money? It could be a gold-backed cryptocurrency where you can see it. But the truth of the matter is, I don't want to hold something that's backed by gold or silver. I just want to hold the real thing. Why do I need to hold something that's backed? And when you can just hold the actual thing. So that's my thoughts on that. I like I said, I shouldn't even be getting into politics because I know a lot of people don't like politics. But unfortunately, it is a big factor in everything. The prices, the what's going on, the money. And unfortunately, the only thing that would ever happen that would maybe make things better is if we just ended the Fed. We just got rid of the Fed. And that's why there was a movement to end the Fed. But, ultimately, this stuff never takes off. It never does. Unless it's funded by the elites, it never takes off. And I say unless it's funded by the elites because we've seen some movements take off, and those took off. But why? Because it had billions of dollars flooding into it, people getting paid to hold signs up, stuff like that. Needless to say, I'm getting out there a little bit. I don't want to be talking too much about politics and upset anybody. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down button twice. That way they offset each other. But hit that thumbs up button, help me out. And with that being said, I will be back tomorrow with an awesome package opening. Like I said, I already filmed the video for all this stuff that I got. A lot of cool stuff. I'm super excited to, one, give away some of it, two, to trade off some of it to a couple of friends in my trading group, and then just flood it out to the trading group. With that being said, thank you all for watching. I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk, and I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little bit of a shorter one today just because it is. With that being said, take care, everybody. Have a great one. Bye-bye.